Hello there, this is Marcio, and welcome to another episode of Culture Coding with Agents. Here's a case interesting for us to reflect about working with agents as we go through the agentic days. I gave you this prompt because I'm trying to improve the whole platform in this case, a website publishing platform, improved with the idea of multi users. And I'm actually, because in this case Luna Extra High is working by 5 minutes by now, and you can always watch the intermediary steps, right? And in some cases, reading through that is really an exercise that I want to point out for us here to keep in mind, right? Like this is about you're watching somebody working. It's a case that we don't have in humans in general, right? We try in some cases, but it doesn't really work. Like even in OKR in management, right? There is this classic approach that is very hard to do, which is to be able to state your goals or activities that you're doing and put in front of your door. It doesn't matter if it's a virtual door through the remote days, but it's basically an attempt to establish the horizontal communication between colleagues, right? And then now, but that's like tiny thing. But what people think here inside is really like something of each human. And we generally, we have reasons to keep private many things that we think in our heads, right? Because we also want to protect ourselves. But on the other hand, you never know that some of the things, some things are not being exposed for other reasons. So with non-humans, agentic systems, that's a totally different story, right? Because we can really watch the process, the thinking process of models right now. So that's something for us that I want to make a point here. So meanwhile, right, as I see the operation happening right here, you see that I have a note here. Meanwhile, it's like, I like from looking at you working, you use the word first class professional profiles. I'm making a point. That's my self-learning here, right? More, of course, right? If I send that and if I get that to the tool, to the agentic system, right? When we start having recycling this turn project here, this activity, we're gonna recycle with that reinforcement to some extent, right? It's like, yeah, go ahead in that direction. That's really nice. But then, besides that, right? Before that, I'm making a point. I'm annotating. I'm using the marker to highlight some things that I like. So right now, in this case, I'm actually producing a memo document, So there's this prompt, this general idea, there's strategic things, there are actually strategies to organize what we're gonna do. And the goal there, at the very beginning of the document, is a to-do plan for an action that is pragmatic, something that we can actually do, because this is a huge system. So that's something for us to pay attention here, because after you do that, you can read that document as well. And again, it's another opportunity for learning a thinking process. So that's my point for today, and thank you very much.